Hi everyone, Melissa Kelch here with Life Tumbled, and today we have a special guest, Whitnie Selby, and she has a great perspective on health and fitness. So I wanted to bring her on here to give you some insight of what you could do to help yourself and also some tumblings that she's gone through. It's always good to learn from others. So Whitnie, tell us about yourself.
Well, as you said, my name is Whitnie Selby. I am a mom of 3 kids, 14, 12, and 10, so we're entering into those preteen years and teen years, fun stuff. I've been married for 15 years. I am an ultrasound technologist of 14 years, so I love anything medical health related. I'm also a personal trainer and gut health coach with a heavy emphasis on nutrition. So that's kind of the basics about me, but I'm excited to be here and talk to you today and kind of share a few little tidbits of what I've learned. I've been kind of on this little health and fitness journey for the last probably 7 years, really focusing on it outside of, my normal work environment. So I'm excited.
Okay. Well, thanks for being here.
Of course.
Okay, tell us, what is your morning routine?
My morning routine, I personally like to get all my exercising or movement in the beginning of the day. I think it starts your day out amazing. So I first like to wake up and do some kind of like self-care that's kind of quiet, not too crazy. So maybe a meditation, maybe just some stretching, just sitting and breathing, pondering, journaling, something to that sort, just kind of reflection. And then I just kind of get myself ready for my workout, and I typically work out for an hour a day, essentially. It can be anywhere from lifting weights to yoga, Pilates, even just a walk. It doesn't have to be anything specific, just moving your body. So that's what I like to do for my morning. My kids go off to school, and I either have a day off or I go to work.
Yeah, mornings are my favorite.
Yes.
My family knows that I need that morning time for me to do strength training or cardio, even if it's just a walk, like you said. And I know my dog would like me to walk the dog more often. But that's
waiting at the door.
But it is my time, and I feel like if I take the dog, it's not my time, it's the dog's time.
Yep,
so I do need that little bit of time just for me, and the mornings are best for me.
Absolutely, me too. And I think it's important to find the time that works best for you, because I've tried every time of the day, and mornings are just, I have no distractions. There's kids aren't awake, husband's not awake, and so I can just focus on myself, and it's easy.
Yes. Yeah. Tell us what your favorite time of the day is. Okay. What is a jagged edge that you are working on right now?
That's a good one. I know we all have many jagged edges we're working on, right? But I think the most important one that I'm working on right now is just really feeling comfortable in my skin. And I don't say that as a physical aspect. I actually say it as a more mental aspect. So I definitely have gone through roller coasters of just mental struggles. And so right now I think it's just really important to kind of like own it and say, you know what, this is me and it's okay. And I can feel however I'm feeling and appreciate those emotions that I'm feeling instead of push them away. So kind of feel the emotion, process it, and make sure that my thoughts correspond with those emotions, that I feel it, but then I let it go. So it's like my thoughts, my emotions, and my actions kind of all correspond. So it's I'm one previously to, struggle with something and kind of push it away. But now it's more like I'm feeling it. I'm sitting with it, accepting it, and this is who I am. This is how I, go through my emotions, and it's okay.
Yeah, because sometimes we should feel like I shouldn't be feeling this way.
Yes.
I shouldn't be this. I shouldn't. That word shouldn't.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's okay to feel it and, like you said, process it.
Yes.
But it's all comes down to the thought process
Yes.
of what you want to do with that thought after.
Yes, the emotion, and I agree. Yep, it's a big deal.
Great. So that's what you're working on right now.
Yes.
Okay. So what has been your biggest learning experience so far in your life?
Ooh, so far in my life. That's a good one. I think you have to love yourself first, and with that comes you have to set your boundaries with people pleasing. because if you're like me, you want everyone happy. You're the peacemaker. But you got to set boundaries. Boundaries are really, really important, and I'm not perfect at it, but I'll tell you what, when you focus on it, it gets better and it gets easier to implement those boundaries in your life. And I really feel like if you focus on yourself first, and it's not a selfish thing, it's what can make me happy, what can benefit my life, and the rest seems to just fall in place, because we as our own selves are important. And so that's probably one of my biggest things I've learned thus far, is it's really important to focus on yourself and then set your boundaries. You know, you're not going to make everyone happy. You have to really do what's best for you, best for your family. And those who, what's that quote? Those who matter don't mind, and those who matter, or those who don't mind don't matter, or whatever.
Yeah.
So something kind of like that.
Yeah, I remember when I first learned that, and I was married, so first learned that I make myself happy. I always thought, oh, my husband, he doesn't do this. My husband, or my sister, or my child, or this or that. And then if I realized that, okay, Melissa, what will make you happy? Okay, go do that. Be happy. Then go serve.
Yes.
It's up to me. I choose to be happy. I can choose to be happy.
Yep, it's not someone else's responsibility. And it's hard. That's not easy.
Well, and I grew up, my dad always said, you choose to be happy. And my sister, she actually has that down. Like, she's really good. She's happy all the time. Well, not all the time. I mean, she's normal. But yeah, she always says, Dad says, choose to be happy. So I choose to be happy.
Oh, and that's great. That's seriously great. You know, it's a good mantra.
Okay, so what's one lesson your job has taught you and you think everybody should know?
Well, I'm going to talk more about not necessarily my job as an ultrasound tech, but what I do is essentially humans need humans. I have this throughout my whole life, as far as, you know, when I'm doing my ultrasounds, I make a connection. And maybe it's 5 minutes of the connection, maybe it's 10 minutes, but to connect, make that person feel validated, and like they're important, and that they're themselves, one single person. They're the individual. I don't clump any of my patients into one person. Everyone is individual. And so I can take that into, you know, personal training. I can take it into how I help people with their gut health and hormone balancing and nutrition, because everyone is different. And we need to listen, because then once we listen, we can connect, and then we can serve people and we can help them in whatever aspect you're doing, whether I'm doing an ultrasound or at the gym or helping someone try to figure out like what works for me. And so I think it's just really important just to remember humans need humans.
Yes, and the reason why I asked this question is because we're all going to have different jobs in our life, but there's still there's principles that we need to learn to take with us to different jobs, or all jobs.
Yes.
And so connecting with somebody,
That can be anywhere.
you need that.
Yes.
Connecting with people is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are the three most influential people in your life?
I first have to recognize my mom. She's very influential because she's always been a great example to me of essentially anything you want to do, you can do. What's the worst that's going to happen? Mom says, no. Okay, no, then move on to the next thing until you get your yes. So I think it's just really important to remember in life that you can make anything happen. It might take some hard work, some consistency and patience, but my mom has accomplished anything that she's put her mind to. So she is a great example to me to just go after it, and you can do it. You can take risks. And then my husband, of course, him and I have different personalities as far as like entrepreneurial type things, or, you know, taking risks. But he has helped me to see that there is a happy balance, and he might be, you know, kind of in the audience, but he's supporting me big time. And so the support is awesome. We need that supportive individual in our life, and he keeps me balanced, supports me, and lifts me up. big time.
Good.
And then as far as other influential people, I think it's important to recognize people on social media because in today's day and age, it can be many different things that are influenced on social media. And so one lady that I like to follow, her name is Amber Brusicki, I think is how you say her name, but it's Biceps After Babies. And
Cool.
I've followed her from her beginning journey.
Oh, really?
And so it's really cool to see what she's accomplished, how she's helping people, and just knowing that she just started. She didn't have everything together. She didn't have like this crazy, thing she was going to accomplish. She just started, and she puts into perspective really well, just normal everyday moms or women, that we can accomplish these things. We can have the body we want, the health we want, and so she's been a really good. She's been a good example. Yeah.
Good.
So.
Well, great. Okay, if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. So I've always. Okay, so this is kind of a weird perspective, but when you're at a funeral and they talk about people, share their life stories, it's like you want to feel something about this person, right? You want to have some kind of connection with this person. And so when you hear these life stories, when that day of my life comes, I want people to just feel like they walked into my presence and they left better. So, and it can be, any aspect of life, you know what I mean? Like, walk in, I think of, because I used to teach fitness classes, so my participants walk in, maybe they struggled to get there, but they got there. Maybe
they put on their tennis shoes and they got there.
Yes, maybe they are like, I really don't want to be here, but I'm here, I'm going to do this. They kind of were in a slump when they got there, and then when they left, it was like, yes, I'm ready to conquer this day. And that's what I want people to remember me by. I want them to just know that they were happy around me. Hopefully I taught them something. Hopefully I helped them see that them as an individual is extremely important. And we were all put here individually with all of our individual characteristics. And I just want people to feel that importance within them. So I hope to accomplish that.
Okay. And with fitness, you're helping people get endorphins and making them happy, and
absolutely.
That is a great.
And we have a good time. Like when I used to teach, we were dancing and singing and hooting and hollering and good time.
Good fun. Okay, tell me what's on your reading list.
Oh my goodness, Kate. My husband always chuckles a little bit because I'm like the constant, I could go to school for years on end because I love to learn.
I love to learn too. Learning's great.
Yes, so typically I always will have like some kind of mental health book or kind of self-help book. I like to have some kind of like education material on strength training or something like that can help me with that area. And then something that's enjoyable. I'm actually reading your book right now again.
Okay.
Yes,
yay.
Because I wanted to be reminded of all the great things. So that's actually on my nightstand. And then I just finished. Well, this was kind of a fun read, and I don't do this very often. But It Starts With Us. Yes, It Starts With Us.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Well, it can be spicy at times. It can be a little like on edge sometimes, but the message in it was phenomenal. And I can't even remember the author, but that was kind of a fun read, but I couldn't put the book down. And then, let's see, I have a couple. Do you ever have the habit of like going into your online library and having like 5 books open?
Yes.
So, let's see. Oh, The World Has Your Back. I think that's the name of it.
Oh, I haven't read that one either.
What's her name?
See, this is why it's so great. I love picking up new books because I love books.
And I think her name, anyways, I should have remembered this better, but I just feel like she just really walks you through steps on just how to better yourself. So, yeah.
Okay. What are the 3 books that you would recommend to your audience and why?
Yes. Okay. So if we're talking about health and fitness,
okay,
I have always followed Mike Matthews. So he has a bunch of different books. Some are kind of geared towards men, some are geared towards women, and then he has like cookbooks and stuff. But he has a book called Thinner, Leaner, Stronger. And he really breaks down the science of weightlifting. He breaks down science of nutrition. He even gives you like a workout plan you could follow that fits you. He explains how to get, us women, we're looking for that toned body, and but he really breaks it down well, and that's actually where I started. Is I got his book, and that's how I started weightlifting. So that is, if you're into wanting to learn more about that, that's my number one book too.
That's really good.
And then let's see, I've read the Untethered Soul.
I haven't read that one.
It's a deep one too. That's more of like a mental self-help book.
Okay.
Yeah, those are two really good ones. I have a list, but we won't go into them.
Okay.
Those are two really good ones to start with.
Okay, if you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what's your favorite?
Oh, I know what that is. Sushi, anyone? That's a meal, right?
Yes.
You
Sign
can make
me up.
you can make all kinds of different sushi rolls.
That's
But
right.
I love sushi.
Okay.
And my 14-year-old son loves it too, so it's been kind of fun as he's gotten older that we just enjoy it together. My husband too, he's slowly got on the bandwagon, but sushi, that's...
Do you like the ginger and the...
No.
Okay, I like the ginger.
Some people
And
do.
then-
I think
and
it's
then
you like it or you
wasabi.
don't.
Do you like the wasabi?
I don't.
Okay, I like the wasabi. I like it
See?
spicy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Love sushi.
That is really good because I sometimes get those the nori wraps, and then we just have rice, and then we create a little sushi bar
Yes.
at home.
Add
And
whatever you
everybody
want.
just fits our own thing in, and we make the mayonnaise, the spicy sriracha mayo, and yeah, it's
Man,
fun.
I need to
It's
come
like
over to
little
your house.
tacos. They get so big you can't even roll them. Yeah, it's good.
I'm coming over.
Okay. Okay, what's one question you wish I'd asked you and your answer?
Ooh, one question.
What do you want to tell everybody?
I think like how I got here. So I think the human brain, we look at something and we say, okay, I want that. I'm going to do exactly what that person is doing to get there. And that's not always the right course. So I think the biggest thing that I've learned really heavily over last year is to just start. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to mess up. You're going to have failures. And you have to be patient with yourself. I am definitely the perfectionist type. I like to know everything so that when someone asks me a question, I know the answer. I've gotten used to saying, you know what? I don't know, but I'm going to find out for you. I'm going to steer you in the direction that can help you. If I've stumbled across something and I've gotten to where it's not a failure, you either learn or you learn or you
Move forward,
yes,
succeed.
exactly.
You're not to the next level.
Yes, you're not a failure. So I guess it wasn't necessarily, what have I learned thus far? And it's just don't give up. And whatever you desire is great. You will find the people that are attracted to you and what you're teaching, what you're trying to fulfill the purpose of whatever it is. And so I think it's just important to have that confidence in yourself to just keep going. Start and keep going. Consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency. If you're consistent with, again, health and fitness, you took however many years to get to this point in your life. So you have to give yourself that time and patience and consistency to get to a point you want to be. And that's really, consistency is extremely important.
Yeah. But you don't have to be perfect
No.
on the consistency, because if you mess up, it's okay. Just start over.
Yes.
Start again. Not
Yes.
over. Start again.
Exactly. Progression.
Yeah.
We don't want perfection. We want to progress. And progress could mean pivot. Don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to say, this wasn't the road I wanted to go down. I'm going
But
to turn.
glad I tried it.
Absolutely, because now I can say that one didn't work for me, and it's okay.
There's many times that young women, they don't know what they want. They don't know
Yes.
what they really love. And I said, okay, make a list. Tell me the things that you hate, the things that you don't like, so we can at least get that out of the way.
That's a good
Okay? And then we can start working on, because then we can try this and try this, because we already know what you don't like. So try that.
That's a great tip. I actually just read a book on passions and trying to figure out what your passion is.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of like write down 10 things and then kind of narrow it down to 5. Anyway, so yeah, find your passions. And you can certainly start with things that you don't like, that you know you absolutely will not be interested in. That's great.
Yeah. It could be fun, like, oh yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Okay. Whitney, thank you for coming.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
It's been so much fun.
Yes.
And if you have any questions or you want to connect with Whitney, where can they find you?
So I am working on kind of fine-tuning my Instagram. It's Train with Whitney. And Whitney is WHITNIE.
Great.
But yes, you'll find like some workout ideas on there, nutrition ideas, information. I'm really trying to educate people just so you can take the information and then process it and take whatever you want from that information. So
awesome. And I guess we should kind of tell people where we're at.
Oh, yes.
Because we're trying something new. We're in St. George, and we're at the Desert Gardens.
Yes.
By Pioneer Park.
Yes.
And we're hoping that the traffic doesn't come through. we tested it, but we'll see.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah. Glad you guys listened.
Yes.
And see you next time.
Thank you.